All right, everybody. Greetings and welcome. I have not ever really done a live discussion before, so this is going to be me completely unfiltered and completely messy-uppy. So yeah, hope everyone is doing well today. We are going to be we're going to be looking at everything that I ended up putting everything from screenshots, cutscenes, and everything into one thing. The audio will not be playing only because my stupid ass put my voice in there while I was recording this when I watched this live. And so we're just gonna be having some chill music in the background while I break down everything, and also while I give my thoughts on stuff as well. So I'm gonna just start playing some stuff while this cutscene's happening, and I'll be sure to pause as well when we get to stuff that I need to talk about. But yeah, so I'm going to just start talking about some of the stuff that I'm going to be breaking down, of course, and then we're also going to be, I'm going to be letting some of these stuffs go so you get at least see, like, what it all looks like. They didn't give subtitles or anything yet, so clearly no one's going to even know what the hell they're talking about at the moment, but you'll be able to see, like, the style that they have right now in action and everything. Personally, I love how this looks still to this day. That opinion has still not changed. I'm going to be going over, like, how the cutscenes look, how the character models look, how the gameplay is going to be, how it as compared. I did a comparison video with Hideyoshi and Senna, who both have the same weapon, so that is also going to be talked about. And we're also going to be going over the new characters. We're also going to be going over the new characters' gameplay. Some of the new characters were shown. Not every single character that was introduced during this live stream was shown off, but it was really good that they showed off Senna because a lot of people were really wanting to see characters with similar weapons have gameplay like this. For instance, I showed this off on the video that I did with her in a side-by-side of Hideyoshi. This looks great. I love how Senna plays. She has some similarities, like I've mentioned. Good thing that actually this was the beginning of it. But yes, this is how Senna is playing. For those of you who know how Hideyoshi plays, you're going to notice that there are similarities to this. There are also going to be differences to them as well. That was the biggest thing that a lot of people were worried about if they are completely similar or if they have some differences. So basically, while this is happening, I'm going to be talking about it. This is, from what it looks like, this is basically how it's going to be like with the original games, where people have similar move sets in terms of like normal attacks from Dynasty games. Like, for those of you who are aware of Dynasty Warriors, a lot of the Dynasty Warriors games from like 2 to 5 had similar normal attacks. Like, let's take the broadsword characters, for instance, since those are my favorite ones, since there are like 4 or 5 with those similar moves. Like that twirl that she did right there, that twirl is one that Hideyoshi is able to do as well. This is something that's completely different. Also, before I keep going, let me pause real fast, because my stupid ass already knows that I did not sync the audio with this. So let me do that real fast, and then I'll keep. Oh yeah, let me do that, and then also let me do that. Okay. That is, everything should be back in order now. Okay, so yes, if you all went back and saw that twirl, Hideyoshi did have a similar twirl to that, but there is some differences that I would like to also mention. Apparently, another one that I didn't even catch, I thought that that twirl right there, so that right there is completely different. Hideyoshi, from what we have seen so far, does not have a triple cyclone attack. He has a singular cyclone attack. His is not an aerial one. His is when it's on the ground. So, from the looks of it, she hasn't even shown off all the R1 moves. I don't know if she's going to. Apparently, another thing that the people caught that I actually didn't realize until I looked back on the video, she also has a hyper attack in the air, which Hideyoshi was not shown and did not also see. So, that's something that's pretty cool. So it does kind of feel like they're going in that kind of route where, like, they did in the older Dynasty games, where people had, like, similar normal attacks, but they're, like, their specials, and even their maybe some of the charge attacks are going to be different as well. So she doesn't show a whole lot in terms of that. She kind of just uses the same moves like over and over again. I'll hopefully, once one of us content creators get our hands on the game, I'm assuming a lot of people are going to be getting the JP version of it just so they can get their hands on it a month early. Because I think the other version comes out, like the global release for it comes out in July. So hopefully when we get it in June, which is when the JP release happens, we're going to be able to do a little more in-depth with how both of them play. But from the looks of it, there are going to be similarities, but yes, there are also going to be differences. And I also just got to say in general that Senna looks awesome to play as. I've always been a fan of her design. I actually don't mind the moveset. I know some people were kind of like set off from it a little tiny bit, but Personally, I do like this moveset a lot. It is a really nice moveset. And I'm assuming now is where we're going to be seeing her Spirit or Rage Muso here. Because normally, I know that's that whole blue gauge that right above the health bar and everything. That's their Spirit gauge, like how in the older games were. Instead of just being orbs, it's actually just a bar. So, personally, I'm not going to lie. That's probably my favorite shot right there of all the mooses that we've seen so far. And then, all right, right here, because I don't know how long this shot's going to be on. This one right here, I know a lot of people have, I know a decent amount of people have not seen the live stream yet. This character right here, if this is not familiar enough to you, this is Maguichi Saika, another returning character. This guy, I'm also got their descriptions right here just so we can get a little brief of them, and I'm just going to move straight on from it because obviously we know Maguichi. And I will say real quick, from how he looks and his demeanor and everything, at least right now, he looks like he's not the kind of Maguichi that we're used to. It looks like they gave him a kind of a different, more serious personality. Personally, I'm not too upset about that, if that is the case. Design-wise, I think he looks great. It looks like he's got like a blunderbuss kind of like shotgun kind of moveset. I think someone else mentioned that before a while back when we watched it. But yeah, let me go over the description real quick. The head of the Saika Mercenaries, a professional mercenary that always completes any request he undertakes. He has the ability to survive any battle or assassination attempt, and has no interest in concept of good and evil. He has no particular loyalty to anybody. So that kind of also already fits with what we know about Maguichi. Back in the day, I think the only thing that's probably going to be different is he's going to be a much more serious character. Not saying Maguichi was never serious in the older games. He was. He had his serious moments. But he also had his kind of laid back, but also very womanizer kind of attitude as well. Like I said, personally, those kinds of characters I was never crazy about. I did love to play as Maguichi, and he did have some really good storytelling in him. But I really want to see how this Maguichi plays out, if that is the case with this one. Because I think he looks cool. I think the design looks great. And if this is anything to go by, he does look like he has a little bit more of a serious personality. Maybe it's just based on this shot right here, these shots, and also the other art that I am not showing currently right now. But so far, it looks pretty okay. Why he looks so buff? I don't know. I think he looks great. I think he looks good with some added muscle to it. But yeah, I think the design overall looks really nice. I am really curious about how the gun is going to be working out and everything. So, and here we go. Another returning character that I'm super excited about personally. For those who don't know who possibly this might be, this one is Hanzo Hattori, the ninja for Ieyasu. I think this is the first time we've ever seen his face too. I think he looks great. Personally, I think it would have been cool. Like, I know, like, as 3 and 4 Samurai Warriors went on, the face was starting to get a little bit more revealed and stuff like that. But I guess it is what it is at the end of the day. So a lot of people who are wondering, hey, that fox mask looks like it could be a ninja for Ieyasu when they first showed off the trailer and everything. I think they picked off Tadakatsu and Hanzo. Hanzo was the biggest one. So the people who were wondering with the fox mask, good job, you figured it out. That little outline that they gave was absolutely Hanzo. And I'm so glad. I don't know why when I saw I don't know why the pose and everything, at least when they showed half the body, I for some reason felt like it wasn't going to be a serious kind of character. I don't know why I felt that kind of thing. But obviously they kept the very serious demeanor for Hanzo and everything. But I'll go over the description real quick, and then we can move on. So this is the chief retainer of the Tokugawa army, a ninja that was once a member of the Iga ninjas. He currently serves the Tokugawa family. He works to support the young head of the Tokugawa family, Ieyasu, and has an inseverable connection with Sandayu Momochi, which extends back to when he was a member of the Iga ninjas. So, gonna let it go. Like I said, design looks great. The weapon, I'm very, very curious about. I really want to see more of it in action. I love the fox mask that he has. I was making a joke, and now that time has passed even more, I'm more accustomed to like the bottom half of the mask. It's okay. I kind of wish that they had a mask that would still like cover like the whole bottom half of his head and everything. But aside from that, I think the design looks great. So here's another one. I already know this character for some reason has been getting a lot of like, not hate, but I guess you could kind of say hate, but at the same time, he's also been kind of getting like he's a polarizing figure, I guess. I don't 100% know. I have not really caught up with this character really that much. I know some people are saying it because he's not very relevant to the story. There's some other reasons as well that I'm not going to go into, but I'm gonna just say right now. Well, let me read the description so a lot of you know who this is. This is Yasuke, Nobunaga's retainer. After becoming intrigued by Nobunaga's commanding presence, Yasuke became employed by him as a samurai. While he is from a foreign country, he has mastered the Japanese language. He is genuine in nature and firmly stands by Nobunaga, regardless of his lone wolf tendencies. So, yeah, let me just say, I'm not going to go too deep into this. Obviously, from the looks of it, he's got the same kind of similar moveset as Mitsuki because he has a similar weapon. And I'm assuming there's going to be some differences there because I'm assuming Mitsuki's going to have a more feminine kind of like attack style, while like she's still going to have that brawler kind of like attack style, but I'm assuming they're going to have some differences there to make it so it's balanced out like how they did with Hideyoshi and Senna. I think design-wise, this is a really, really kick-ass design. So far, I've been a fan of Yasuke personally. I really do like how he looks. I am really curious to see how he plays. I don't know. I know some people have been kind of like on the whole like weapon choice, but personally, I think it really does look good for him in this kind of style. Maybe it's just the weapon itself that looks kind of awkward. From the shot that you see in the middle there, I think the weapon looks kind of awkward, but the shot that they gave, like from the concept art of it, it looks perfect. Like not just this one, there's another one here that just looks really good. And like I said, personally, I'm a fan of how he looks so far, how he plays a role in the story. We just gotta wait and see. But personally, right now, I think he looks tremendous. I have no issues with him whatsoever. I don't know 100% everyone else's issues. Like I said, some people are worried about relevancy, and there's other ones, like I said, I'm not gonna get into. But yeah, like I said, he looks great. He looks great. I cannot wait to see him. I think this is also like, in terms of like Dynasty Wars, the mainstream Warriors games, this is the first like Black/African-American character that we've had. So I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty historic as well. Yes, he is 100% new. This character has never been in a Warriors game before, so he is 1,000% new in this franchise. Like I said, and I think it looks great. I think it looks really cool so far of how he looks and everything. They do still have another character to show, but I guess they showed it off later. I did this in order of like when they introduce stuff. So the character right there that you're seeing on the left, I'm pretty sure he's going to be the next one after this cutscene, and this is a shot of Hideyoshi and the next character that I'll introduce momentarily. Just to not spoil it or anything like that. But I'm actually really excited to see. There's Hanbei there on the right as well, for those who are unaware. And then there's the young Nobunaga. Yes, I said young because we're going to be getting into that shortly. Again, I gotta say the scenery, the character models, I know some people weren't hot about them, but personally, I am stoked about them. And here he is at last. This is the character, the last one of the roster. This is Sandayu Momochi. He is the head of the Iga Ninjas, a friendly and laid-back ninja, as you could probably tell from the expression and everything. After he began to work with the Oda family through Hideyoshi, he began to undertake Nobunaga's dirty work after becoming affiliated with him. Hideyoshi looks up to him like an older brother, as their friendship goes back a long way. There is also going to be gameplay of this character. I think it's going to be right after this shot here. But, design-wise, again, I have really not had any gripe with the designs now that we've seen all the characters. I have not had a singular gripe on these characters whatsoever. I think all the characters right now are really good. Sorry that I've not been reading the chat too much because I actually have the chat hidden and I've been like clicking back and forth to see it. But yes, I think the design so far, it looks great. I'm really looking forward to seeing him take a brotherly role with Hideyoshi and seeing this dirty work that he has to do for Nobunaga and everything. I'm gonna say, looks cool. He looks pretty damn cool. The dude on the left gives me Lee Dean vibes. That's what other people have been saying too, so I guess this is it. So yeah. So I'm just gonna keep playing it off, and then eventually I'm thinking after this they will show gameplay of him. But yes, I think personally this is a really, really cool design. I cannot wait to show you the gameplay from him. It's weird because if you all saw the weapon that Hanzo had, basically, Momochi has the exact same original weapon. There is differences, and I will get into that once this gameplay shows and everything. What's up, Zero Fox? And what's up? I'm sorry. What's up, everybody that showed in and gave their hellos? I'm very sorry. I've just been really excited to introduce this stuff, so I am 100% sorry about not giving the individual hellos like I normally do. But I really just want to be able to talk about this stuff because this live stream personally was my favorite that they did. It gave us a lot of closure on it was just by two characters, mind you, but it gave a lot of closure towards like how like people with similar weapons are going to go. They're going to have their similarities, but they're also going to have their differences, which is awesome in my opinion. I know a lot of people are worried about that. And personally, I'm glad that they decided not to go completely similar with it. Yes, I don't care at the end of the day about cloning, but I know a lot of other, I also like to like make sure other people are excited about that kind of stuff, because it does suck when other people get disheartened about it. Like, and I'm not saying because like you shouldn't feel that way. You should absolutely feel the way you want to feel. If you feel like cloned weapons are really the worst thing in the existence, by all means, have that opinion. You are more than welcome to have that opinion. But personally, like I said, I'm not someone who's worried about it. I know there are other people who are not worried about it, but I really want to be able to like have this experience where everyone's happy. I know not everyone's going to be absolutely happy, but hopefully, since you all have seen differences between Hideyoshi and Senna, like I said, it is a side-by-side gameplay trailer of them on my channel. If you want to go check that out, you are more than welcome to. It'll show the differences and similarities between Hideyoshi and Senna, that kind of thing. It did give me closure as well as like, okay, maybe now some people maybe might change their minds. If they don't, that's perfectly okay. But maybe since they see it, they're like, okay, that's not too bad. And to be honest, that's what I saw. A decent amount of people were like, okay, I'm kind of feeling this and everything. That's pretty cool. Also, the storytelling portion of it and everything looks like it's going to be exactly the same from the other Samurai Warriors. Like, even the models and everything, they sit the exact same way and everything. The movements and everything look exactly the same. So, it pretty much feels like Samurai Warriors 4 in some aspects of it. And, personally, I'm not that upset about it. What's up, Model Lord? Or Moodles Lord, excuse me. Sorry, again, I'm trying to just get through this. So if I miss any individual hellos, I am very sorry about it. And I'll be sure to talk to you guys as well once this is done. And I'll probably just keep this, like, I'll probably replay this. Y'all can look at it again while we talk and everything. But we'll see. Because I do want to hear what all of you have to say as well about this. No Ranmaru, we lost Best Boy and Best Girl rip. Yeah, you ain't wrong. I actually am kind of disheartened that Ranmaru isn't part of it. But ever since after Samurai Warriors 1, he didn't have a lot of relevance. So I kind of understand at the same time. All right, so here we go. This is our boy Momochi's gameplay. And like I said, you can see some similarities here. He kind of has a chain and sickle just like Hanzo did back in the day, but then they ended up giving Hanzo a different weapon. So it's weird that they decided to bring this weapon back, but then give it to a different character. Like, that is kind of weird in my opinion, but at the same time, it is kind of cool, and there's a slight difference. So with this one, as you can clearly tell, he also uses a little flail at the end, so it's kind of like a flail sickle. So, like I said, it feels like it's a combination of Hanzo, a combination of even Jashu from Dynasty Warriors and everything. I think someone even mentioned God Name because it has the flail and all that stuff, which I also see 100%. So so far, I think it looks pretty cool. I have nothing really crazy to go on about it. It does, like I said, it does feel weird that they gave someone else the weapon that Hanzo kind of technically had, but at the same time, this looks really cool. Like, I love how this looks. It's basically like a Jashu 2.0, just more ninja basically. And you know what? I always did like the chain sickle in the games. I don't play with them that much, but personally, I never really had any huge issue with the chain and sickle. So, and seeing it with a ninja along with Hanzo, who also had it, I think it still looks really good. It's a perfect ninja weapon, perfect assassin weapon in my opinion. So, I think it looks cool. I think personally, this looks really, really awesome. Sorry, I'm just trying to take a breather. I didn't even get a drink. I forgot to get a drink, which I probably should have gotten. But yeah, so like I said, I think the moves and everything look really cool. The special attacks that we've been seeing so far look nice. I like the little pose that he does after that one. Like, it also does give me lots of Lee Dian vibes, like a lot of people were saying as well, now that I'm seeing him again. I do see the Lee Dian vibes that people are getting from him. He's like a Lee Dian ninja. He just JoJo pose? Yeah, it looks like he did. That's kind of how, I think that's the pose you and I were thinking of. Yeah, it looks like a JoJo pose in my opinion as well. But yeah, I gotta say, like, he looks good. He looks fun. So far from every character that we've seen, the only one that I don't know if it was just because of how the dev played as him, but like, the only one that I was like, kind of like, is it gonna be fun? Was Nobunaga, believe it or not. The only one so far was Nobunaga, but everyone else looks really, really fun. Mitsuhide looks fun, Senna looks fun, Hideyoshi, Ieyasu look fun, Momochi looks fun. Like, all these characters look really fun in my opinion. I cannot wait to, like, see more of them. And, just in case anyone's curious, this is the complete roster! Here it is! Every single character has finally been revealed. We can either breathe a sigh of relief or breathe a sigh, a sigh of, like, disappointment, because I know some people are disappointed that a lot of their favorite characters were not in the game. I completely understand that, trust me. We have not gotten a singular Sanada character. I thought there was at least going to maybe be, like, Masayuki or something like that, or Yukimura, like, an older version, like how they did in, like, 1 and 2, where he was, like, already old enough to be in the war and all that. But no. We have not gotten a single Sanada. I know that actually disheartens a lot of people as well, but gotta say, it's a thing. I guess we gotta just live with it for now. I'm sure maybe in another game or maybe an expansion we might get a Sanada character, but for now, it doesn't look like, obviously, we're not going to be getting one. Kind of happy Kenshin looks different. Yeah, I mean, I think Kenshin needed a different look to him. Like, he still has that look, but he's got, like, that much cooler, younger look. It kind of reminds me of the Sengoku Basara one. Okay, and now this one, I don't know. I didn't look at any information. So if any of you in the chat want to help me with this, by all means. So I'm assuming that there's going to, like, as this shows right here, if you saw just a second ago, we saw, Nobunaga's portrait on the top red path, and then we have Mitsuhide on the bottom blue path. So I'm assuming that this means that we are going to be having, obviously, 2 story modes. One is going to be involving all of Mitsuhide's actions, and then all of Nobunaga. So we're going to get the perspective of Mitsuhide and then Nobunaga. I don't know if that means we're going to be getting any of the other characters' as, like, story modes or anything. I'm assuming, like, there was a screenshot back in the day of Mitsuhide, Kenshin, and I don't know who the other person was, to be honest, but I do know Mitsuhide and Kenshin were in the same shot together. So I'm assuming they're going to be having battles where, like, Mitsuhide is going to be taking part in a battle with some other people, which is going to open up the path for, like, Kenshin to be played in the story mode and stuff like that. And I'm assuming there's also going to be something similar for Shingen. Maybe we're going to be on, like, a side of that, or maybe they're going to do, like, how they did in Spirit of Sanada, where you get, like, a break from, like, if any of you remember, in Spirit of Sanada, it was full blast Sanada stuff. But there was always these multi-battle stages where it also allowed you to had side battles that doesn't involve the Sanada at all. Like Kawanakajima, even the ones where they were like where a bunch of resistance people were going up against Nobunaga. Like, I'm assuming maybe those battles are going to happen. That, or you just unlock them to playing the story, even if you don't play as them. So obviously we have not seen that yet, so we just got to wait and see on that. But I'm assuming this is what this is. I'm guessing it just like it's going to be like, it's going to show a perspective of Mitsuhide and Nobunaga, since they are the 2 main characters of the game. And I'm assuming, like, obviously there are going to be battles that Mitsuhide takes part of only, and there's going to be parts that Nobunaga only takes part of, and stuff like that. Or, like, you're going to be, like, take a look at the shot right here. I'm assuming my cursor's visible. It is, okay. So, like, look at this little portrait right here. This little shot right here between the red path and the blue path. Or the Mitsuhide path and the Nobunaga path. The second one. Both of those are the same. I'm assuming this is going to be their first battle against one another, perhaps, or maybe it's going to be a similar battle that they both take part in, but you can do from a separate, like a different perspective, basically. So I'm assuming this is what it's going to be here. So I'm assuming they're going to probably do something similar for Incident and Honoji as well. Maybe where you get to play as Nobunaga, get a hypothetical ending, or even do Mitsuhide and get the historical ending and stuff like that. So who knows 100%? I don't. Obviously, we don't know 100% how this is going to be. So Shingen Takada went to the gym to work, and it shows. It does. I think Shingen got a really good glow up. I think he looks great. And again, right here at the last picture as well. Both similar pictures, but there's 2 different paths to them. So I'm assuming one's going to be from Nobunaga's perspective, and the other one's going to be from Mitsuhide's. So I think it looks pretty cool. If that's the case, and we're getting different perspectives of them, I think that's pretty cool, personally. Before this goes, let me get my drink real fast. It's already been poured and everything. I just forgot to bring it in, so 1 second. Oh, my foot. Oh, God. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I need to make sure I get a drink because I am talking a lot. Also, I'm not 100% certain, but a lot of people are telling me this was the Shogun here. This is just how he looks, so I guess he's kind of like that kind of... Excuse me. So he's that kind of like character that we got from Dynasty Warriors, like 7 and 8, I guess. With the Emperor being kind of like a weak person, I guess in the Shogun's the exact same way. Woo! Alright, sprinted back. So I think there is going to be another character that they show. I believe it is Katsuie's gameplay that we're going to be seeing. He's going to be after this. We're going to see it. No, it's another cutscene. What is that hair in the back? Okay, I will say the one thing that's offsetting for Nagamasa's look, those who don't know, yes, that is Nagamasa. His look, like the back of his hair, like you got a whole ass cowlick going on over there. Like, for some reason, I'm just not crazy about how that looks. Gotta say also, again, Oichi's design looks great. I love it. It still has a very big Oichi feel to it, and I'm perfectly okay with that. I think it looks really, really good. Oh, I see it now. It's not a cowlick. He's got like that... Okay, he's got like something tied to the back of his head. Okay, that looks a little bit better from a side view. From the front, it looks weird. Yoshiteru was the one from Basara 4, and he's amazing. Yeah. That dude was immensely OP. Okay, now that I see it from the back, it looks way better. Okay. Well, not way better. I still kind of think it looks a little weird, but it's more passable, I'll say. Because I was like, what the hell is up with the back of his head? It looks so weird. Okay, and here it is. Okay, I'm going to try to be as quick as possible because this is very short. Like, I kid not. This is Katsuie, if I'm not mistaken. This is Katsuie's gameplay, and oh my gosh. It is so fast, but... Here you go, you get a little bit of his gameplay with the spear. Apparently, there are two different types of spear movesets. There's the heavy spear and the light spear. I don't know which one this is. I'm assuming it's the light one. I'm assuming characters like Tadakatsu and maybe even Shingen will have, like, the heavy spear. Like I said, that was fast. That was it. That's all we get. That was from the actual live stream itself. I did not cut anything out. That was all they showed. I kid not when I said that was really disappointing, but at least we got a small glance at it. But like, they could have showed way more. That was it. That was really disappointing. But like I said, at least we got a small glimpse of it. But my God, was that actually kind of disappointing there. Again, I gotta say, like, I know some people aren't crazy about this new look. Yeah, that was very fast. And again, with this whole shot here, I gotta say, I know a lot of people aren't crazy about it, but I can't deny the fact that I'm a huge fan of how the game looks so far. I love this look. I still see the Samurai Warriors 4 bits in it, and obviously I still see the more anime style in it as well. Like, it just looks great. I don't know why people are like, because it was slowly getting to this point as it went on. As it went more and more into this point of the game, like, or into the franchise, like, you could tell it was going from a realistic to more anime kind of style as the games went on. And now all of a sudden, and of course, again, have your opinion, that's perfectly okay. Now people are all of a sudden like, oh, it's too anime. Like, did you not see 4? 4 was very anime too, and no one complained about it until we got to this game. Like, I feel like it's a bit nitpicky, but personally, I don't mind it that much. That's true. I forgot Nagamasa was wearing that large-ass hat most of the time. Okay, so this is going to be the trailer. This was the second trailer, I believe they said it was, for Samurai Warriors 5. And again, I'm hyped. I can't deny that I'm not hyped about this. It looks great. Look at these shots. I'm sorry. I think it looks great. I think we're even going to get a little bit of a shot of Hanzo and Yasuke as well, if I'm not mistaken here. Is that Toshie? I can't remember if that was Toshie or not. It's been a while since that character was revealed. I think it was like one of the very first to be revealed. Yeah, that's Toshie. Okay. I'm wondering if this is like their marriage ceremony here. So many people attended and then they were just having a drink, relaxing and everything. There's Yoshimoto looking kick-ass. There's Ieyasu. Tadakatsu. I'm really looking forward to seeing Tadakatsu in this game. I wonder if they're like, if he's already gonna have like that, like that presence of being like, oh, the best, like most kick-ass warrior ever, or if he's going to just be like someone who builds himself up as time goes on. Like he's not as well known yet, but as time goes on, he's going to just build himself up to be like that real kick-ass dude. Isn't this also, wasn't that also meant to be like Mitsuhide's best friend, Yamanaka? Kenshin, I'm so excited to play as him, dude. Kenshin looks awesome. And Shingen, both Shingen, I love that Muso so much. That is so perfect for him. And again, for those who don't know why they made Motonari so old, that's literally how he's supposed to be. As the games kept going on, they made him older and older. That's literally how old he's meant to be in the series and everything. So the shot, I'm gonna say, like I said, the cutscenes look great. All the characters look great. I'm kind of digging, like, I think if anyone went through a really big difference, it was definitely Katsuie. I mean, also Ieyasu, of course, too. But like, Katsuie was one of those. He looked like he was just full-blown barbarian, and then all of a sudden he's like got this more like handsome hot boy kind of attitude, or not attitude, but kind of like look. There's Nakamura. A ninja with guns, because that makes a lot of sense. They better be suppressed. There's Mitsuki! We haven't seen her in ages since this trailer. I think it's been a long time since we've seen her. That was a cool move right there. And there's Hanzo. And there's Yasuke. So yeah, real quick. Hang on, let's go back to Hanzo real quick. This shot right here. I'm guessing that's coming from... No, it's not coming from Hanzo. What weapon is that coming from? That doesn't look like it's coming from Hanzo at all. Look, it's not attached to the weapon or anything. I know some people said that was coming from the weapon, but it doesn't look like it's coming from Hanzo at all. Sorry that that it's so blurred, but this was straight from the live stream and everything. But yeah, I don't know like what this is right here, like, or not the weapon. I'm sorry, like this whole thing right here. I don't know who this is from. Did anyone have a weapon like this? I already called out Yoshimoto. But like, right here, I'm not 100% certain like what's going on there with this weapon. That's Sandayu's? Okay. I was about to say, because I know some people at first were saying, oh, that could be Hanzo's weapon. I was like, where did that come from Hanzo? He really didn't get much of a change. Real quick, like, aside from his hair, and I'm guessing his attitude, he did not change much. He really didn't change much at all. I feel like he just, like, for those who don't know, this is Takaka Kobayakawa. This was before I ended up recording this was before the English trailer came out. I literally recorded this as it happened, so that's why it's not the English version. But, I know a lot of people, like, say he's different. I really don't see too much of a difference aside from the hairstyle, and from the looks of it, his personality. That's the only thing that really looks different to me, is the hairstyle. Obviously, he doesn't have the messy hair, and he looks, and especially from the portraits and everything, and the character art, he looks like he's just more cocky. Aside from that, he literally looks like he has the same kind of look, just same color scheme and everything. Looks exactly the same. There's Maguichi, looking pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. There's Hisahide, Matsunaga, Hanbei, my boy. And there was Ja Kuroda. Oh, there he is again. It's a joke, by the way. He looks exactly like Ja Chung. That's why everyone says that. He literally looks like just Ja Chung. But dude, I am so ready to see like all this, like, I'm ready for it. I love how everything is looking, like the style of this game, everything looks beautiful. All right, I think that should be, oh, no, it's not. We still have one more thing to show. It's age progression. If you can see from the thumbnail, we have age progression in this game at long last. It is Nobunaga and Mitsuhide, and they both look incredible. They're going to show more screenshots of them. Okay, here you go. This is what's going to happen. This is what they're going to look like around Incident at Honnoji. So it looks like both of them might have actually different movesets. I don't know what makes... I'm assuming that's the case. I feel like you can, like, especially for Nobunaga, his, with how he looks mature, if you remember his old art, or his youth art, he has the, or better yet, here, I'll show it on here. Here we go. So if we look right here at Nobunaga real fast, as you can see, he's got like this whole thing. His sword's actually also different as well. But the posture and the way he holds the weapon, especially if you've seen his gameplay, it looks completely different. So I'm assuming, and this is one he holds, I believe, over his shoulder, if I'm not mistaken on that as well. But when we look over here, there we go. I don't know why, you can tell from the posture and just like from the look of the, and obviously and everything. I'm assuming we're probably going to be getting like maybe a different moveset. If we don't, it's going to be kind of a little upsetting for him to have that. Here's the other pose in case anyone was curious. It looks kick ass. So for those who are worried that we would never see the Demon King again, here's the Demon King. And this design looks amazing. Screenshot of him if y'all wanted to see. Like, it looks great. I think this is a really cool Oda, like Nobunaga mature, like Demon King design. So that was what I was always curious about. Are they gonna make it so Nobunaga is like never going to like have that Demon King vibe, or we're just gonna see it in his youth form? But no, here it is. This is Nobunaga in his mature form, and I am hyped for it. Also, hold up. We got some lore. Okay, so let's read this out together. The head of the Oda family, in order to topple the rules set forth by the turbulent era he lives in, he cast aside his compassion for his enemies and became the Demon King. There you go. Alongside his right-hand man, Mitsuhide, he aims to reform all of Japan. It looks awesome. This is, it says it right here. Here he is, the Demon King. All the compassion is gone, and the Demon King is still in the game. This is what I know a lot of people were worried about, myself included. He looks awesome. It looks incredible. But let's go over to Mitsuhide, where we can show a comparison of him. Obviously, he has, obviously we've already seen the movesets and everything for Mitsuhide in his youth form and all that. So let's move over to the mature so we can also read the lore of that one. The Oda family's retainer, he pledged to put an end to this troubled era by working alongside Nobunaga, who is now prepared to become the Demon King. Like Nobunaga, Mitsuhide has also cast aside his emotions and now conducts himself in a cool and calculated manner. Okay, so that's interesting too. That's kind of cool as well. Like how he's just cast aside his compassion and all that stuff. Normally, you don't really see that in the other Warriors games. We normally see him like still compassionate and everything like that. But if they're actually making it so he's like he's cool, calm, and calculated now, and not as compassionate, that makes me wonder how it's like, is he going to be going through like turbulent thoughts in his head, like, oh, my compassion's still there, I can't let this man just slaughter everybody, maybe we can end this peacefully, like how you see a lot in Samurai Warriors 1 and 2 specifically as well. I don't know a lot about 3 because I really did not play too much of 3. Maybe we'll do a live stream of that one day. But as you can see right now, like from what just that description alone, he's throwing away his emotions, he's casting them aside, his emotions and all that kind of stuff. But I will also say, I'm going to correct myself. It says he's casting aside his emotions, but it doesn't 100% mean he's casting away his compassion. Like, it's like, that was a nice little thing there. Like, Nobunaga says, oh, compassion and everything's gone. And he's just going to be that Demon King. He's just casting aside his emotions, but as a lot of you know, Mitsuhide is not completely, like, his compassion isn't gone. He still has his compassion and everything from, like, when he plays. Like, he's always, like, staying true to his beliefs that Nobunaga is that right guy to do this and save the world and everything like that. But, as you can clearly tell from the other games, he's going to have conflicting thoughts, and it's going to boil down, I imagine, to incident at Honnoji. And also, here's the other post for those who are curious. So, he's got, basically, it looks like a Masamune kind of thing. He's still got the musket and everything, and then he's also got or just the rifle, whatever you want to call it. I know it doesn't have like a sharp end at the end of that, like Maguichi's old design does, but he's got like the katana, and then he's also got a rifle as well. So that makes me really curious. What's up, Blue's favorite drink? So this makes me really like curious of how he's gonna play as well. I think they showed a shot, so here you go. So this looks like the what's that? It's the custom moveset from the custom characters that you see, like you could give those characters that. So that's what this looks like right here. So I'm assuming maybe it's going to be something similar like that. I don't know if he's going to have like a two-handed sword moveset. Maybe they brought it back. I don't know. But this makes me very curious because did anyone else, chat, answer the question real quick for me. Did anybody else have this moveset? Older Nobunaga uses younger Mitsuhide's weapon? Okay, I can see that. I can see that happening, yeah. I can see, I'm 100% believing you all on that, so. I can see it since he has, like, a different posture, and obviously from the picture that we saw. So, yeah, so there's the shots and everything. If you want to answer that question for me, here's another shot of Mitsuhide and his older design. It looks great, and this was the Mitsuhide, like, a lot of people were at first set off, or not set off, but like taken it back a little bit, because obviously he didn't have like this complete samurai look to him and everything in his youth design, but it has returned in the mature design. This is the Mitsuhide that I know a lot of people are familiar with. He's got the, he's got the, like the pads right here and everything. It looks perfect. One moment. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, but yeah, let's go over back to here. Oh, got rid of it. There's my wallpaper. I'm exposed. So yeah, there you go. That's how they are both looking. You can also see the full body picture as well. Again, one more time. They both look awesome. And another cool thing, those DLC costumes or additional costumes that you got from for the younger versions of Nobunaga and Mitsuhide, apparently they work here. So if you want to see the, in my opinion, best design of Nobunaga, his SW1 design, you can put it on the Demon King here. So yeah, sword gun combo. It was for custom characters only. Yes, yes. He's the only one with sword and rifle, so I'm assuming maybe that's yeah, so he's the only one that has it. Okay, cool. So I'm assuming that's a whole different moveset specifically for just Mitsuhide then, because like you said, no one has a sword rifle combo, so that's interesting. But this design right here looks, it's so cool to be able to see these. And I think they might have shown cutscenes. I don't remember. I don't think they did for like the older designs. I think they might have shown it for the youth designs. But these both look really good. I like this design. I love that they brought back the Samurai Warriors 1 designs like for DLC and stuff like that. I personally will, if it is DLC, I'm getting that 100%. In history, Mitsuhide was known as quite the marksman. Makes sense he would get a rifle. That's weird that they didn't do that for a long time. They should have given him a rifle and everything. By the way, there are many of you tuning into this stream today. I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in today. This is not going to be a long one, but I do appreciate y'all being here, hearing my thoughts, chatting up in the chat and everything. I love you all so much for it. I just wanted to say that real quick. Y'all been showing this stream a lot of love, and I appreciate y'all so damn much for it. Whew. Oh. Also, there was another thing. Let me see if I can find it. There's the designs and everything again from the older designs. So yeah, like I said, mentioned earlier, the older, like the youth designs will still be able to use these costumes. That is a really, really cool thing that they ended up doing. I know a lot of, actually, I prefer like this hairstyle with the Demon King design. The other one, like, it still looked good, but I wasn't hot about it. Like, this one still looks great. I think he still looks great with the mature look and everything. But the one over here with the hair, I think this hair suits this design way more, in my personal opinion. And I actually really think the mature design works better than the youth design for Mitsuhide and that older design. I think it looks great. How do I feel about Yasuke making the cut? I'm perfectly okay with him being in the game. Personally, like I can't go too much into it, but yeah, I think it's great. No, I wanted to do this during the stream, so there's not going to be a video on it. That's why I wanted to just do this. It'll be up, like, obviously, once it's finished rendering and everything, then it'll be good. There's the treasure box again. I decided to leave that in this time, just in case anyone was curious. All those Muso, like, pictures right there on the top right looked... Hold on. Chill out, video. All these shots right here look great. Obviously, for those of you who are familiar with seeing all the gameplay and everything, obviously, he is... Obviously, I am very biased towards these. They look really, really great. I think they're like little little pictures that you can get, because I remember the streamer, like I remember the people who were streaming it holding up pictures and everything. Looked pretty swell as well. Liked that. This is just more from the box from the looks of it. Like I said, I'm not gonna go too in depth with this. Here's another one. I guess different looks for them as well. Different like palette swaps is the word. No actually looks pretty angelic here. Like, I ain't gonna lie. No, go back. Stop. Chill. These were only here for like 1 second, which is why it's going away so quick. These are only full screen for like a couple seconds. I love the palette swap for him, for Mitsuhide. I love the palette swap for No. These two, this one just makes him look like he's Shu. And this one, it's kind of in my opinion. That palette swap is kind of like whatever. But those two are really, really nice. I love those. And of course, as I said, those are DLCs. It's weird that they would make those palette swaps. I'm going to show this up real quick so y'all can see. It's weird that they do palette swap DLCs. If they were going to be DLCs, I'd like them to be like their own kind of like designs, you know? Like something completely new. Like how they did with the designs for Mitsuhide, Nobunaga, the Demon King one, the Samurai Warriors ones, and then those other ones. Those ones I'd be okay with buying, but the palette swaps I'm kind of like Like I might still get them, but at the same time I'm just like, you know, whatever. Ice Queen, no. They should have added more female characters. I agree, they should have. There was only 4 in the roster. Seemed inspired by Neo. I still need to play Neo, so I'll take your word for that. All right, and here's the DLC again for this, and I've seen this on websites. I know a lot of people were wondering if they're going to do characters. They still might, of course. Looking like Hatsune Miku. Doesn't she have twin tails, though? Why did Koei not make a warrior game with features like RPG, for example, enemy drops items to make weapons or make characters stronger? Well, they did something similar for Dynasty Warriors 9 in that sort of sense. It didn't work out, though, so I don't think they're going to do that ever again. But if they try to do too much from Dynasty Warriors 9, I'm sure people are going to be upset because they did have stuff where you can like drop stuff or even pick up stuff off the ground and everything, and then like be able to upgrade the weapons and stuff like that. I don't think they want to go that route again because people were not crazy about it. But yeah, so this was the DLC. They offered scenarios, they offered weapons, which pretty much look the exact same. I guess they're just different versions of the weapons, maybe stronger weapons. And then they also did horses. That's it. And these look like just older designs of the horses as well, so. With that being said. Yo, Lee, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. I forgot that was even a feature on here, to be honest. But yeah, so it doesn't look like they mentioned anything about characters. I know some people mentioned that. I have never heard anything about that. So, like, I don't know where people got the idea, unless they did mention it, that they are going to be doing character DLCs. But at the moment, they have not mentioned anything about character DLCs. And from my prior knowledge, they've only mentioned the additional scenarios, weapons, and horses. That was all that I remember hearing about. So if any of you heard anything different, be sure to let me know. You can let me know if you're watching this later on. Mention it down in the comments. And of course, you can mention it in the chat right now if you are able, if you want to. But I personally do not remember anything of the sort. This art looks amazing right here. I gotta say, these two arts look really good. But I think we're getting towards... Okay, don't know 100% what this is. I'm sure someone already translated this. Is this a cross-save, I imagine, from Nobunaga's Ambition, and it'll carry over to Samurai Warriors 5? I'm imagining that's what that is. If that is the case, that's gonna suck for me because I don't have Nobunaga. I haven't played a single Nobunaga's Ambition. But yeah. Gonna slowly start going through this stuff. All right, so I'm just gonna start from the beginning, not from the very beginning, but I'm gonna just let it play off at this time, and now I'm gonna just give my complete, honest thoughts to you all right here, and I'll also answer the question about how hyped I am for the game. So I will actually say that one first. How hyped I am for it? I gotta say it is probably an 8.5 out of 10. Personally, I was excited since the very beginning. I did have moments where I was kind of taking it back and it went down a little bit, but now after seeing this live stream here, with all the characters finally being revealed, and even seeing being able to do a comparison between Hideyoshi and Senna, I gotta say it went back up to 8.5. It's very close even to 9 out of 10, but it's at 8.5 just to keep it a little bit cautiously and everything. But because I don't want my expectations to go like, oh, they're up here through the roof, and then they just end up getting dropped back down. So it's like, I feel like I want to be safe for it. Like, I'm hyped as hell for it, don't get me wrong on that, but it's me just being like with the past games and everything and like that. A lot of you know at this point, a lot of the past games that they've been doing recently, like Dynasty Warriors 9, Warriors Orochi 4, have been either okay to lackluster for most of it. I know a lot of people will say those are the worst games in the franchise, and you have every right to say that. I also agree that I also think that 9 was one of the worst in the franchise, which also gives me a little bit of like, I'm gonna hold off on this. I'm not gonna I'm hyped as hell for this, but my optimism is at like an 8.5 basically. That's me personally. But I will say, like, I'm excited for it 100%. There is a lot that still needs to be like shown off. Like, are we gonna get any other modes aside from story mode? Are we gonna be getting maybe custom characters because we've been getting them in every single Samurai Warriors game? Can't really say Samurai Warriors 1, they technically said, oh, create an officer, but you don't really make the character. You get to choose their weapon, but that's about it. But if they don't put a custom character creation in this game, that's going to be really disappointing in my personal opinion. That is one of the big things that I do in this game, is eventually end up playing mostly of my custom characters than the original cast. It does give more motivation to play these characters first and get more familiar with them and everything, but personally I would still like there to be a custom character creation as well. If they don't do that, and like they can bring in the older stuff that they brought from 4, maybe do additions like how they did in Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires, Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires, they just like added on to that list. If they do something similar with that and give them that kind of like art style that they currently have in this game, that's perfectly okay with me. I hope that they do that. When does this come out? In Japan it comes out in late June. I believe in globally it comes out in July. I actually have the website up. I'm an idiot. I can just look at it right now. Let me do that real fast. Samurai Warriors 5. So yeah, globally for the English release and everything, this comes out on July 27th. The JP release comes out in June, late June. So, like I said, I'm gonna be getting the game. I'm gonna be getting the game in June. I'm gonna get it because I have a JP account and everything. I'm gonna be getting that. If they have English subtitles in the game, that's great. I'll play that 100%. Obviously, at this point, I'm pretty sure that they are not going to have an English dub. I'm pretty sure that would have been one of the very first things that they showed. But at the end of the day, I know people are disappointed with no English dubs, but at the same time, I've gotten ever since Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate, or just 3 in general, they've been doing a lot of just like Japanese dub stuff. So I personally have never really had an issue with it at all. So personally, if we don't get an English version, if we don't get an English dub, I mean, that's perfectly okay, as long as there's an English subtitle for it. But the JP version is basically going to just allow me to hold off on the game until we get like the translated version of it. If they have a translated version for it already, if you get an option to pick that, that'd be stellar. I think that'd be a great idea for people like content creators to be able to like show the game off immediately. But like I said, it's just going to take some time. But for now, like I said, the designs so far have been looking great. From what we've seen in gameplay, the gameplay looks very fun. The storytelling looks like it's going to be kind of like how it does with Samurai Warriors 4 / Spirit Sonata in some ways. Not obviously not with like a camp or anything like that. But I just mean like maybe the quality of it. I'm assuming the quality, and it's assumption, but I'm assuming the quality of the stuff and everything is going to be really, really good as well. So I'm really looking forward to seeing all of that. So personally, like I said, it's an 8.5 out of 10 for me. There of course are characters that I wish were in the game, but unfortunately that's just not going to happen. I'm hoping we're gonna get a free mode out of this game. Obviously we're getting the story mode. Big surprise there, since that's what they've been talking about. But yeah, so like there's a lot that like it's like I kind of wish this was in the game. Obviously there's other stuff that we're like, all right, we got to see if this is going to be in the game, like features and game modes and stuff like that. Are we only going to have story and free mode? Or are we going to have like only story mode? Like what are we going to get? Are we going to get the Warriors Orochi 4 like treatment where it's only going to be story mode, and then they're like, oh, here's an expansion on the game to give you a couple more things. Not a whole lot, but here's a couple more things for you. Like, I'm hoping it's not going to be that. The content in the game, I'm really hoping that they give a decent amount of it. Like, give us back the survival mode. I think that'd be really fun. Give us the, honestly, they did this back in Samurai Warriors 2. A PvP mode would be pretty dope. I think a PvP mode in this game would be pretty awesome. I hope they do something like that. Like, this is a whole new fresh start for the game, obviously. So I'm personally really hoping that they give us something in terms of like PvP. Obviously, I'm hoping we're going to be getting like online co-op, even local co-op or something like that. If we don't, that's going to be pretty disheartening as well. I'm imagining you're going to be able to pick characters the same way you do in Samurai Warriors 4, where you can maybe pick up to 2 characters. Obviously, you can pick up to 2 characters in the game. So I'm assuming they're going to allow you, to be able to pick what characters. So like when you have the battle, what that involved like Kenshin and Mitsuhide together, I'm assuming you'll be able to pick like who is part of that battle. Like, would you be able to play as Kenshin, Mitsuhide, or whoever's with them on that side of the force and stuff like that? I'm hoping that's a thing. If it's not, and they force you to pick a character, it's kind of like how they did in Dynasty Warriors 7, which I wasn't hot about. But at least when they did that in 8, they gave us some options. So I'm hoping that's what they do in this game. Obviously, most of the time they're going to probably make you play as Nobunaga and Mitsuhide, as you can clearly tell from the story. So that's something that's unavoidable, but obviously we could be able to have like those other characters. Obviously we'll be able to play as Hideyoshi and Ieyasu by themselves without Nobunaga and Mitsuhide, so there are going to be those options here and there, but it's just a matter of just waiting and seeing what happens. We just need more info, basically. Hopefully the leveling up is never removed unless they have a better system to upgrade the characters with. If I know, I'll be okay if they don't do this, because I know a lot of people were not crazy about the way they did in Samurai Warriors 4 2. If they do it that way, with also being able to go through that skill plate and stuff like that, I personally, from time to time, get a little burnt out from it. I don't think it's that bad, but I know some people are not crazy about that leveling up system. If they at least go back to the way they did in Samurai Warriors 4, I'm okay with that. But if they do 4-2, some people will probably get tuned off from that. Whew, excuse me. Sorry, a lot of talking. It reminds you, Nobunaga's design reminds you of the Kessen 3 game? Yeah. I actually played a little bit of that. I completely agree with you. Whew, man, that was a lot to go through. But yeah, so you guys basically got how I feel about the game so far. I am stoked about it. I'm excited as hell for it. Whether you are or not, if you want to just say it now, or if you are someone who watches it later, be sure to comment your thoughts down below. This is a discussion video, so you all are more than welcome to share your thoughts and everything like everybody else has been doing. Like, hang on, let me switch scenes so y'all can see. There's been some chatter in the chat, like a lot of chatter. A lot of you have been tuning into this chat, which I gratefully thank you all a lot for. This has been, I think this is the most we've seen people in a stream before. Like, that's actually wild. It is really, truly, like, a pleasure and honor that so many of you are, like, interested in my honest thoughts on the game. Again, just because these are my thoughts, this does not mean my words are factual. Always stay true to what you want. If you guys think the game is good, stick with it. If you guys think the game is bad, you are allowed to stick with that as well. Stick to whatever you feel. Don't let a content creator sway you, okay? You are more than welcome to, like, be like, all right, yeah, I kind of get what this guy's saying and everything, but this is my opinion kind of attitude, you know? Like, yeah, I get what this guy's saying, but this is still how I feel, whether good or bad. Have that kind of mentality, always. Don't let people sway you. You are more than welcome to have people that are, like, help maybe push you in that right direction. Like, okay, yeah, this is what I'm hearing from them. And now I can compare what I think and what they think. That's why I always love that kind of stuff with, like, discussion videos. It's not like, this is an argument, this is how you should feel about the game. No. This is me just sharing my thoughts and letting you all discuss them with me. Good or bad about the game, I will respect that, 100%. Hell, there were people being upset about the game in the past couple of videos about the comparison, and even the past one with my last Honest Thoughts video. I was hard in every single one. I was trying to show you all, like, okay, whether I agree or disagree, I respect it, I will heart it, I will acknowledge it, and that's that. That's that. That's that. Even during my rant video that I was talking about, where people who did like the game and didn't like the game were getting crapped on from other people that were from either side. Like, that kind of stuff, that was not what I was okay with. You are guys more than welcome to have your discussions and everything, but you do not need to be disrespectful to one another, basically, at the end of the day. If you are being disrespectful and I see you guys just being toxic, and this isn't to anybody in the chat, obviously everybody in the chat has been amazing so far, but, like, anybody who has been toxic to anybody about, like, their opinion on a video game, for God's sakes, you ain't worth the time. I'm sorry, you're not worth my time. I'm gonna get rid of you, just like how I'm getting rid of these Twitch bots right now who are asking me if I want to be famous. F off. But yeah, like, always express your opinions. Always, good or bad about the game or anything in general, express it. That does not make you any less of a person. The only way you'll be less of a person is if you attack other people for having a different opinion. That's it. That's it. Just be respectful, and then everything will be perfectly fine. And then I won't, you know, get rid of you or delete your comment or something. That's the only time I'll delete someone's comments, or or my little helper. I have a helper that uploads my videos for me. Those are the people that will, who also have, like, that's the only other person who has, like, the keys to my channel and everything, and it's 100% trust thing there. I know that, and I completely 100% trust them. So if it's something, it's not about if I don't agree with something. If you're just being toxic to other people, that is when we will just remove your comment. But if you're being someone who's, like, just sharing your opinion, that's perfectly okay. You're allowed to disagree with somebody. Hell, I'm okay with being attacked. I'm okay with that. But if you're attacking other people on the channel, like in the comments, that's when I'm going to remove you from the comments and stuff like that, and probably my little helper will also block you or something like that. But that's just me. That's just us. By all means, always share your opinion, whether good or bad, about something. If anyone can't understand that, then if people can't respect that, then that's their problem. But all right, everybody, that is probably going to be where I call it here. This was so much fun to be able to do this live and just unfiltered and not have a script or anything. It was a lot of fun, and at least we had something to go with here and everything. Here, you know what? We'll end it right here on the shot of all of the characters finally together at last. But yes, everybody, that is going to be where we end the stream here today. Like I said, I did not want this to be too long of one. We went an hour, talked a lot and everything. So if you all did enjoy it, if you haven't already, be sure to smash the like button. And be sure to let me know down below as well for any of you who watched later. Comment your thoughts as well down below. Discuss this. Be nice to one another. If you are not nice to one another, I will attack you. By that, I just mean remove your comment. Because like I said, I don't want people attacking one another. I want it to be a positive environment, you know? Like, be respectful and everything like that. So that's it. That's all I'm asking. Just be respectful towards one another, and nothing bad will happen. You're allowed to discuss and argue and everything like that, but just be nice. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Don't attack people for having a different opinion. So be sure to comment your thoughts down below. New to the channel, like the content that you see. You want to see more of this, and by all means, hit that sub button. We broke 2K subs, and I cannot thank you all enough for it. For all of you who are watching this stream right now, I cannot thank you all enough for the 2K subscribers on this channel. It is awesome to even see that. I kind of did tear up a tiny bit, like, oh my god, this is actually like growing more and more, this community, and it is so awesome to see. Thank you all so much for it. Love you all a lot. You Wowias are the best. But yeah, I'm not gonna plug anything else, anything aside from that. But actually, no, I will plug the Discord. If you guys want to talk more about this in the Discord, it should be near at the top of the description, and you will be able to talk with other people there from the community. I have a whole section there as well for just Koei Tecmo stuff. If you guys want to be able to take part in that stuff, be sure to hit that link down below. It is for the Wowie Goku Discord server. So again, everybody, thank you all very, very much for tuning into this stream. It was a lot of fun. Love you all so much. Thank you again for hitting 2K on this channel. And I will be sure to see you all in the next one. Farewell. By the way, Kunoichi's best girl, thank you and have a good day.